Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rayman Revolution. I'm Pink Orange and Gold, and as you might have noticed that I put up a video that I said I erased my RAID 0. However, I still have the saves for Rayman. And I'm still continuing this, and well, I think I've just released episode 16 at this point, so
Let's see how well you swim in molten lava. Just handle this little problem myself. Prepare the protocol. I will go to you, Rayman.
Are you okay, Glowbox? I'll be fine. Go!
so yeah, I don't know actually how many people are enjoying this series and whatever, but well, I put up the video telling that I lost my RAID after I didn't really fully give you access to all of the episodes of this game, so it's just like whatever. I don't know what we're supposed to do right here, but let's see. Shoot the balls back at him, it seems. And then it's gonna do that. Little dance. So it's not really that hard if I can maintain my health. And I do think that there aren't really a lot of people watching my videos, but that's all okay because I don't really mind. Now this is a weird cutscene because Razorbeard is using his high-tech robot and he has us in clear vision, and
Don't be afraid, Rayman.
and we're not even moving, and he jumps on us and then he misses. Why does he miss? Doesn't really make much sense. And then he breaks through the steel and he falls into this pit, And Rayman walks to the edge as if as if he's concerned about Razorbeard.
Bravo, Rayman. You were sensational. Razorbeard is nearly beaten. Thanks to you, hope has come back into our hearts. The slaves have broken their chains and escaped. On land, Polycus eliminated all the robo-pirates. Destroy Razorbeard, and our victory will be complete.
Well, I guess I have to put a seizure alert, because that was a bright light flashing. I don't know how it is gonna translate it to a video, but let's see, what can we do? I think there's power-ups at the end of these tunnels that give us the ability to shoot. Then we have to shoot the pirate or the robot's arms. But we don't have really unlimited shots, it seems. We just get a few shots every time we pick up the power up. So it's not really that difficult. Okay, we will avoid it. It's not really that hard. Although I must say, I had quite a difficult time when I was younger doing this. And if you die once, then of course you have to do everything again. At least this stage of the boss. So we have like a glowing ball beneath our rocket that's telling us that we have the power up. I didn't notice that yet, but okay. So if we still have the power up, then there's no need to go into the tunnels. Unless it is unless it's easier for us to fly that way, because we don't want to run into anything, of course, because then we die and do it again. We'd have to do it again. Now the lava is rising and you can't go into the tunnels if the lava is that high, so you gotta make sure you're out of the tunnel at this point. Ah, he's slipping. I don't think you can shoot him to do any damage to him, because after all, he is. So I think you get 6 shots every time you pick up this power up. Oh, the lava's rising, so get out of the tunnel. I think we're about close to finishing. Let's just see if we can do some damage. Yeah, I think it did a little damage, but not too much. This does it a lot more. So we have one shot more.
Rayman, I've saved one little surprise for you.
How predictable. He's gonna explode the entire facility. All of the prisoners die. Or are they? So I do think that we did finish all of the prisoners before, and they were just worried that it was the Rayman that got exploded. And I don't know if we have to see all of this outro, and I might even just get like third-party content flag on YouTube. And well, YouTube is changing, and you will see like third-party content a lot more, and they might eventually ban all of the video games that are being played on YouTube altogether, just because you don't, you didn't create the game, or the sounds in the game, or the visions in the game, the graphics. So, as you do not all own the rights to all of your video, you might not have the right to post them anymore in January 2013, so in the next year. And that would be really sad, of course, because, well, a lot of people have to go to Twitch and other sites to watch video games or upload video games, I guess. And I don't know, well, I guess you can understand why YouTube is doing it. So we played 34,592 seconds. That's good. Only 50% shooting accuracy. 163 times killed. Number of try again, 46. Number of jumps, 3,868. So those are some interesting stats. I didn't really ever see them before. I like how he's playing the bass because he's the biggest. So I don't know what to do now. I'm pressing a couple of keys. But I guess you can only press options, or you can only press menu and then you're out. So let's see. You can't actually load it. So the only thing that you can do after the boss battle is just to go back to your game, how it was before you did the boss battle, and you can collect like a couple of lumps that you didn't really get already in the game. So this is the time that you can go back to all of the worlds and see where the lumps are that you didn't collect, because now we have all of the abilities that there possibly could be. We can do the rain dance in order to make the plants grow, and we can hover over lava, which would be really convenient to have in this level, because as you might have seen in the other when we were in this level before, you couldn't really get to one of the cages because it was somewhere in the level where we couldn't really reach it, so we would have to hover over the lava, and that is an ability that we only just got a little before, so I'm just gonna see if we can use that mechanic in this level now, because that would make sense. And all of these mechanics are kinda new to me, because you couldn't really do that in the original Rayman, because I don't know why, but they just designed it differently. Like the rain dance thing, it would be only Glowbox doing it, so you would only see that in the game if you were with the Glowbox, and Glowbox would do it, and it wouldn't really be a thing that Rayman could do by himself. So let's see, what is going on over here again? We need to do something. Oh, the door is already open, of course. That's just stupid. Stupidity of my part. And, well, you don't really have to see me go through this part of the level, because the lump radar isn't even showing. Oh, and there was a cage right here somewhere that I heard, but I couldn't really see it, because I think we're supposed to... So we cannot hover over lava, or can we? I'm really confused. So over here we can, but I guess there was a pit over there, so it wouldn't work over there. So there's one cage here that we've seen, but I couldn't grab it. And there was another that I heard, but I never saw it. and I think it's where they hid all the lumps also. And I guess you would still have to use this plant mechanic, because the tunnels that you go through with this plant have these branches as floor, so it wouldn't be technically flying over lava, so it would make sense that we can't use a chopper in these tunnels because there's only branches. Well, you can see they're glowing red, but they're not really lava, so it would make sense that they are not lava, and therefore we cannot use them to hover. And fail on my part, or maybe the controls, but I thought I had a chopper going, but I guess it didn't really go yet. And I was holding the X button down, so, and that's a cross button, because I'm used to doing that in the original Rayman. Because you would have to always press your jump button. You would have to keep it pressed down in order to keep your helicopter activated, and in this version you don't have to, because you're using your X button to activate your chopper, yes, but in order to make you fly higher or lower, you can keep it pressed down, or you can just tap it once just to activate it. Well, that's weird. We're getting hit left and right, so I guess we wouldn't need that. The switch is obsolete now that we have the power to float on over lava. So over here you can hear a cage, and we couldn't get to it before because so we can hover, but we cannot really gain any heights here. So we have to find some higher ground first before we can flow over lava. And I guess they're pointing us below that door there, so let's see what is going on. So we might not really have to go that high after all. So there's two lumps over here, and you can hear my chopper, but so I guess there's a couple places. So now I gain height, or do I? No, not really. Let's see. Well, just add another try again. I'm fine with that. I was trying to deactivate my chopper way before, but it just wouldn't work. If that's any excuse that you're willing to accept or not, I don't really mind. And I had a lot of more health than whatever, so I didn't think it would actually kill me. So Let's see, this is a pretty high point, but will it get any better over there? Let's just see if we can see anything from over here. So this is a higher point, so let's see if we go over here. Why is the camera angles changing? And why did I lose any height over there? That's not really fair. So how do I get over there without failing? Well, that's a good question, because you're failing all over. And why is it making that sound? I guess nobody will know. So there are 4 or 5, maybe 6. I hope that's the last 6. But we have to go from over here because there's lava between all of this. I do hope that I'm losing all of the heights over here. It seems like this is the maximum that you can. And now I'm really lower again. So I can't really do much about it. Unless I just have to go as fast as I can. Let's see, over here, over there. I still haven't seen the cage in this level. Let's see, camera, 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 camera. Camera, 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 please. So let's see, what is the quickest and easiest way to do this? I would really hope that I could make that. Guess you don't. You just... And you can't really go over onto that way, so you have to just wait. Let's see. Or is... I wonder if the cage is underneath here or here. Oh, I guess it's underneath here. But I don't think it's gonna give us any powers. Well, it is. So we use the ring to... Well, that's weird because I thought you would have to use the floating over lava thing. Well, anyway, there seems to be 2 more lumps somewhere, and I think it's past the door, so we better check it out. So there was a slight misunderstanding about how this collecting of lumps was gonna go, but I figured it out by myself. Well, no point in going direction that you can't go into. So why doesn't the door open? Well, maybe it only opens if you're on the flower, but and the flower goes only down. However, there is a switch down there. I would have to admit that that looks pretty much like a door opening. Oh, so I seen them. They're right over there. And I could have gotten them before, but I didn't. So if you enjoyed this episode, I would just have to run to the level, to the end of the level rather, and maybe it's really close because I did cut off a couple of episodes. Oh, I can just hover over the lava, so I did cut off a couple of the episodes where well, that's glitchy, but I did cut off a couple of episodes again. Oh, camera, what are you doing? I'm gonna die. I don't even know where I'm going. So, let's go over here. So I did cut off a couple of episodes and I was very close to the exit end, so I didn't really have to cut them off because it's only like 1 minute. So I will just save here. And maybe I did something wrong by going not into the portal, but into this hallway. But I guess it's just okay. We already did the lava sanctuary. And we already completed everything in the Rainbow Valley, I guess that's called. So it's better off that we're just here. Unless we can go nowhere. Let's see. Well, in the next episode we will find some more lungs since we already completed all of the game, and I guess we will add another death to the death counter and another try again and a couple of jumps because that's just cool. However, those are not saved because it's just using save points, and even though I used a couple of save states from the emulator, I do use the save states right now, so all of these jumps are not counted and all of the progress isn't counted because I didn't save it. So if you enjoyed this episode, I will see you in the next episode, and goodbye.